streaming from you to you live from my living room, y'all's living room, everybody's living room. Everyone's getting living rooms right here, and I am actually joined by my man Jirachi. Jirachi, say hi to the people, bro.
Hello. This is gonna be interesting. First time casting, but you know what? I'm pretty excited for this matchup, and you know what? At the end of the day, not too much can go wrong. Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a fun one. So we got first team, best team. Hold on, I'm posting up in the chat. All right, we got first team, best team over there on team 2. They're gonna take red side first in the form of Metro Falco, Summoner 2805. I'm sure he's a sub for. Who's usually their Jabrosius? Jabrosius is usually their jungler, so he's going to go ahead and sub in for Jabrosius there. Symphonia in the mid lane, StarCraft 80 carry, and I am Gert there in the support role. And on the other side, we're going to go ahead and get Champion Spotlight Ocean with Stockadelius in the top lane, Theatrix subbing in for Elucida. That's actually a pretty big sub change. In the form of Theatrix in the jungle, DG Mad Hatter in the mid lane, Budnificent, 80 carry, and Sal is our pal, hashtag, right there in the support lane on the blue side.
Hashtag Sal's game reviews, hashtag shameless plug.
Yeah, go ahead and drop that hashtag or the exclamation point Sal in the chat to make sure you go and check out his reviews. Honestly speaking, I've seen them and they're pretty good, but that's besides the point. So we're going to go ahead and get in here with the picks and bans. Champion Spotlight Ocean, outright banning the Syndra. That's obviously going to go towards Mike in the mid lane. A Katarina ban as well, also going towards Mike in the mid lane.
They just want to shut him down as much as possible. Like he's one of their main carries. It makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it's the two champions that he's really shown out on and really carry. So I guess they're making sure that.
Okay, for some context, Brocius got locked out of his apartment and someone had to go let him in. So we got a sub. And now the Brocius is back, so we no longer need that sub. So instead of Summoner 2805 in the jungle, we will be having the regular starter, the Brocius 522 in the jungle for first team, best team.
Yeah. And on the other side, we weren't really talking about the bans coming off of first team, best team. It's actually going to be a Nocturne ban and an Annie ban. A Nocturne ban coming out. DG Mad Hatter has played that in the mid lane. It's one of his little quirky picks that he has installed. And an Annie ban. I know for a fact Sal doesn't really play the Annie, so that's also going towards Mad Hatter. So a lot of mid lane hate going on in this picks and ban phase right now. So we're definitely gonna have to see, And then a third ban, Ari, coming out from the side of first team, best team, and a LeBlanc ban as well coming out from. So
6 mid lane bans.
Yeah, six middle lane bans.
No one here wants the mid laners to do well, so we're just gonna ban them out, and they're still gonna pull out some crazy pocket pick, and it's not gonna matter.
Yeah. And then the Graves coming out, that's definitely going to go to Theatrix. He had such a great showing out whenever he subbed for our team, actually, on the Graves, putting out tons of damage from the jungle side. Lethality being as prominent as it is right now in the meta.
Prominent, meaning busted.
Yeah, a little bit. So he's definitely going to go on that Graves. I'm looking for him to do some major work here.
I know, absolutely. I mean, like you said, he put in massive work when he played it with us, and that that takes, with all the mid lane bans, him getting the Graves is going to take some of the pressure off DG Mad Hatter to carry.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're definitely going to have to see where Team 2 goes from here. Team Champion Spotlight Ocean. They do have the first 2 picks. Not really sure what Mike can bring out. They really forcing him on his 4th string at this point. It's kind of, it's a respect factor, but it's also a disrespect factor from the side. We're just gonna let StarCraft play whatever he wants to play because we're not too worried about him. And it's gonna be an Echo and a Jinx pickup from the side of first team, best team. So is that gonna be an Echo mid?
I would say so, just because Tank Echo is much less common than AP Echo now, and as far as I know, the Brocious doesn't play Jungle Echo. If Elucido was in and this was getting picked up by Champion Spotlight Ashen, it would just be instant. Yeah, that's going in the jungle, but I want to say that's going to Symphonia in the mid lane.
Yeah, and then StarCraft going to go ahead and pick up that Jinx. StarCraft being one of the more prominent Jinx players in the league as well, definitely a comfort pick on his end.
The other one being me.
Yeah, exactly. So we're definitely gonna see what he can pull out here with that Jinx, and then we have a Nautilus pickup that's definitely gonna go over to stock. One of his comfort pickups, definitely in the top lane, and then a Thresh coming from the side of Sal. Sal not opting to go for the Bard this time around. Really wants to pick potential and the saving factor from the Thresh rather than opting in for the Bard. So I guess that makes sense because you don't have a tankier jungler. You already have a lot of damage coming out from the jungler, so you really don't need a lot of that. You really need like a beefy front line to be able to protect it. And a Nautilus Thresh is something great to go off of, and a Jace and an Alistar.
Jace gets picked. Sebastian is instantly tilted
Yeah,
that he didn't get to play it.
A little bit. It always pains me to see Jace and how other people play. It must be nice, man. Feels great. So Jace.
But
could that go mid lane?
I'm just gonna say Metro Falco is gonna take that Jason to the top lane. He has not played at the split yet. He has played mostly tanks, but if they want to put him on carry champ, then I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's gonna be bad on it. I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
And the Alistar also coming in for Gert. That's definitely one of his comfort picks. And the Jhin getting picked up for Buddy. That is his ADC comfort pick right there.
But something that we do have to mention is that Jhin recently got nerfed. Not outright, but a lot of his damage options have been nerfed. The Deathfire Touch, the AD on the Deathfire Touch got nerfed this patch. Edge of Night, 5-hole AD coming off from the side of Lethality. From that Lethality item. And as well, the shield duration is not what it used to be as well. So, and then a Vygar pick, so that's definitely going on the side of DG Mad Hatter on the mid lane. So an infinitely scaling champ in the mid lane. But we're definitely going to have to see how Buddy really reacts to this patch with the Jhin, because 15% AD scaling, or not AD scaling, but 15% AD on Deathfire Touch is nothing to scoff at all. And then we have a fifth pick, Poppy. So is that
okay? So this is either the Jungle Poppy for the Brocious. I do want to say it's actually that, because he has played a lot of Poppy this split. So yeah, I would say find just the team comp for first team best team, just the Jason top lane and Poppy jungle and Echo mid.
It would definitely make sense, but Echo in the top lane isn't exactly the worst either. Maybe against a Nautilus is a little different, but Echo top lane isn't exactly the worst right now.
Yeah.
And Jace in the mid lane is definitely no slouch, especially against the Veigar. Always having that constant pressure. I would honestly like to see Jace go to the mid lane at this point, and if Metro Falco could somehow flex it out into the top lane, it would be a lot better for them. Especially because Jace is still pretty strong right now. You're
the Jace main, so you would know better than me, but how do you think the Jace matchup is into that Nautilus?
Destroyed.
Okay. Well, Jace in the top lane, it's settled. No. It could very well go to either lane.
Yeah.
We'll just see what happens, and they might just take these picks and then end up swapping around, so we really won't know until Game Select is completely over.
I mean, I can definitely understand the Jace top, but it also depends. Is he going to go full lethality? Is he going to go for the tier Black Cleaver? There's a lot of Jace. There's a lot of build paths now for Jace now that lethality isn't what it used to be, and plus he got those base nerfs, a Patrigo as well. He's still pretty strong. We saw that yesterday with Dylan, and it's actually going to be the Echo mid lane, or I'm sorry, the Echo jungle. So it's going to be the Poppy top lane.
Unless they put Poppy mid, which
that's not going to happen. So it's going to be the Poppy top lane.
Absolutely not. I mean, Metro Falco, he is a tank player. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Stock dailies took away Nautilus, the most played tank, so he just goes to another really good one. And Poppy is still really good right now.
So it's going to be Symphonia on the Jace. I'm excited. I like to, it tilts me because people can actually play Jace, but I can't play Jace. That's cool. That's fine. Dylan can go 25-6 on a Jace, and he's probably never going to get banned out from it either. But whatever the case is, I mean, I'm really excited to see what Symphonia can do. General Dill put out a really great showing yesterday on the Jace. Again, going 25-6. So we'll have to see what Symphonia does on his side. Jace against Vigar. Definitely a skill matchup for sure, but I think Jace has the upper hand because of the fact that he can poke out Vigar from a farther distance, and then whenever the situation calls for it, he can go all in and pretty much burst the Veigar down whenever he feels like. And that's the real big power of Jace, is you control when you want to initiate and when you don't want to initiate, because you do have that hammer, the E in the hammer form to knock people back whenever the trade becomes really, really bad for you. So I'm interested to see how he plays it. He is going Ignite rather than the TP. So he's definitely going to try and go for that all-in Jace. I'm more than certain he's going to go Lethality Jace. It's one of the stronger build paths. And we'll just have to see how Mad Hatter really reacts to that, as well as how Theatrix will react to this pick as well, because a Jace that gets snowballing early is just an absolute monster in late game.
Especially a good Jace.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're excited to see a Jace. We're both excited because I'm excited for this Jinx pick. I mean, obviously as a Jinx main, I like seeing Jinx played, but that Jinx Jhin matchup is, personally, for me, Jinx is my pick into the Jhin, her being my main aside. Just that the Jin's range is just super long, but Jinx can still farm from range pretty. What the? That's.
What? What happened?
Wait, am I the only one seeing Garrett walking in Singed support, or is that a visual bug on my end?
No, I see Singed support.
Okay, well, that is, yeah, they're remaking the lobby. It's same. Just same. God. What the? Garrett. Oh my god. Okay. I am inclined to believe, Garrett, that that was not intentional. But this.
Okay, they have to pick fast at this point. They need a chop
really
chop.
do.
They need to just ban and go. Just ban and go. Don't pick the actual bans. Just go.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're just yeah.
Yeah, just ban. Just ban.
There we
Just
go.
ban. Fuck it. The first champion that goes on your screen. Oh, okay. Well, he really wants to just ban every single champion.
Yes, sir.
Scrolls all the way down just to ban the Teemo, of course.
He bans him up.
What? That is okay. I don't know what's happening anymore. Sebastian, do you know what is happening? I'm putting you all on notice. Every lane is getting camped all at the same time. Okay, they're not even gonna bother putting themselves in the right order.
It doesn't matter at this point. Just play.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fear I smell.
All right.
Okay, hopefully we actually get
Hopefully we get into this game.
the correct right champ select.
Hopefully we get into this game this time around. Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm.
Hopefully.
Boy.
Playtime's over.
You don't have to ban the actual.
Are you certain?
I mean, they're not quite the Hecarim was banned instead the Syndra, but
It doesn't matter what they ban. They know what they
it doesn't.
banned.
We know the bans. We don't need you guys to like actually ban whatever. Okay, well they're going to anyway, just for the sake of consistency, which I'm not playing or actually in Champ Select. I'm just here talking about League of Legends. Okay, we got a correct Champ Select.
Cool.
Bless up.
Alright. So that's not a Nautilus support for those of you guys who are just tuning in. It is a Nautilus top. We just went through a lot of shit to get here. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything's okay. I promise.
Welcome to life. Everything's okay, I promise.
Oh man, oh man. So, in any case, going back to whatever it is that we were going.
Going back to actually talking about things rather than just being like, what the fuck is happening?
One matchup that we actually haven't talked about is the Graves versus the Echo. I think Graves is just a little bit stronger at this point in time because he just has so much damage that he can do, especially if he gets that lethality early, if he can get a couple of kills in the lane early. It's sort of like he's the new Vi in that respect from like about 2 or 3 patches ago, where, you know, there's no wasted kills on Graves. Whatever kills Graves is a part of, it works out in the other team's favor. A fed Graves is just as scary as a Graves that fed the lane. So
I want to say that Graves is actually going to win this matchup early because, I mean, Echo's clear isn't amazing, and Graves, it's like Echo's doesn't leave him very healthy and it's not that fast. Graves is pretty fast, but if you do it right, you just stay at full health the entire clear. So that just allows him to just invade, do kind of whatever he wants. But we'll see what happens. This is PMA LCS. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So I honestly think that this is the matchup that we need to watch for the most. The bottom lane matchup and what Budnificent can do on the Jhin that has now been nerfed inadvertently over the course of 2 patches now is something really important. But honestly speaking, it just really depends on the type of tempo that these teams can gain from their junglers. You know, Dobrosius had every single intention of playing the Graves as well, I'm sure, because he's pulled it out and he's done some major work on it as well. So I hope that this Echo pick was more of like okay, that's fine. Echo does really well into Graves. Maybe he knows something that we don't. I'm not a jungle main personally, so I really don't know where it is. Because Echo ganks aren't exactly the worst either. He can level 3 gank pretty well. He has the slow. He has the gap closer available to him. And then in the late game, he's not exactly going to be the easiest person to kill as well. And he's going to create a lot of that pressure. So
absolutely. Even if he goes for more of like a bruisery build rather than just full AP, like Echo has plenty of utility. There's a reason people built Tank Echo for a while. Just like you can build him tanky and he still has crazy damage and utility.
Yeah, and honestly speaking, I wouldn't exactly be surprised if he actually did go AP Echo, like full on AP Echo, because he has Metro Falco on the Poppy. It's gonna be tanky as heck. You have Gert. I mean, Alistar's just inadvertently tanky as well. Jace is going to be beefy. Jace is in no way going to be squishy target. And really, they don't have a lot of AP. You have Jace in the mid lane. That's AD. That's a really strong AD. And then you have Starcraft as well. So they're going to be building a lot of armor. So a full AP Echo can actually just offset all of that, and could really just have an effect to where it's a curtain call and it's like, okay, well, AP Echo can just run amok because you're not going to want to build magic resist, especially against adjacent to Jinx. So
absolutely. And I mean, if Jhin opens up with that curtain call, Echo can just pop his W right on top of where it's coming from, and hey, Jhin now has to move, or else there's just going to be an Echo on top of him while he's stunned.
Yeah, exactly. It depends if he can get the positioning right, so we'll definitely have to see. But we're about to get into game here. Looking at the summoner spells, nothing really huge. Allergic to Milk actually going in for the new what is it called?
I don't know either. I was about to ask you.
It's the Stoneborn Pact. Stoneborn Pact. The ability that now gives him 5% health, as well as for 5 seconds, his ally champions will be able to heal off of that seal that he gets off of CC. So he's going to go for that instead of the Courage of the Colossus. We'll have to see how that affects in the bottom lane. But otherwise, some pretty standard stuff all around. I'm pretty sure he's had practice on it too. But I don't know. Beneficent. The Jhin doesn't seem like he really benefits off of that too much, because he's not exactly an auto attack based champion to where he would reap as much benefit as, say, a Jinx with an Alistar that had the same mastery. So we'll definitely have to see.
I mean, when our match Wednesday night, I believe it was, oh god, I don't remember what champion it was on, but Symphonic Salute. It was the Braum that Symphonic Salute went Stoneborn Pact on.
And actually, Symphonia gonna get hooked. A great hook there by Sal. He's gonna get locked up, and that's automatically first blood on the side of Champion Spotlight Ashen.
And it's going to the grave, so hey, he has that advantage early. He's gonna have even more of an advantage now.
Yeah, I mean,
this jungle is just theirs now. First team, best team can't do anything about this.
Sal does have the death sentence back up. Everything is back up for Champion Spotlight Ashen. They did not burn any summoner spells from that engage, so they could definitely just they could just basically run it again. Really big misstep there from Mike. They have the Nautilus, they have the Thresh death sentence. I'm very surprised he didn't respect that. The fact that they had a really, really strong level 1. Graves level 1 is absolutely insane. And also Buddy taking the Deadly Flourish first to get the stun off. I don't know, just a lack of respect there from the side of Mike, and he pays for it with his life. Are they going to give this to DG Mad Hatter?
Yeah. Oh, they are. Yeah. Mad Hatter gets it. And
I actually really like that.
That's a 3 buff right there for Champion Spotlight Ashen. That's, especially this Echo's gonna really miss not having that blue buff.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Metro Falco is gonna go ahead and ward up the blue side. Debrosius is actually gonna go down there to try and get.
Brocious is going for this blue buff on side of first team best team anyway, and they have no idea. Are they gonna get this?
Yeah, so no blue buff start there. It looks like they're gonna get it. Theatrics too low to really do anything after the red buff. So
Okay, he did cancel his back, and he is going for Raptors, but the Brocious is still gonna get this. Yeah, there's. Now the Echo does have double buffs, and unless DG Mad Hatter really presses 7-inch in the mid lane, then Theatrics not having that blue buff is gonna hurt him instead.
yeah, absolutely. So otherwise, that first blood going off really early. Doesn't really look like too much. Sal actually going in really deep, trying to get something going, but Deadly Flourish not going to be able to stun up StarCraft for that trade.
Yeah. Oh, we got some more trading going on the mid.
Yeah, DG Mad Hatter just being able to spam those abilities.
Yeah. Symphonia is... Oh god, I forgot to reorder a scoreboard. Symphonia is actually currently up a few CS, but he is half health while DG Mad Hatter is full HP and mana, so... as long as Mad Hatter can just get these stacks and get this farm, then he can win this. Oh, the Brocious is coming in, but he gets stunned.
Yeah, it's a really good. That was a really good Event Horizon there from the side of DG Mad Hatter to really just stop that gank in its tracks. So a lot of action here early on. Two teams definitely want to get the upper hand in the laning phase. They really don't want to leave anything to chance here. Stock Daily is not doing the worst right now, really putting it on Metro Falco on this Poppy.
Oh, Theatrics maybe looking for something up in this top lane, just gonna farm the Krugs.
Symphonia taking a lot of damage there from the full combo of the Veigar. Event Horizon Dark Matter combo, really making it difficult for him to get these trades in.
Yeah, I mean, that blue buff is gone now, so, I mean, even if DG Mad Hatter takes these full combo trades, he's gonna run out of mana in about 1-2 more combos.
Yeah.
And then he has to back.
So this is what I'm talking about. We have Theatrics here in the top side jungle, gonna try and steal away. Well, actually, he already did steal away the Krugs from Dubrosius. And actually, in the bottom lane, Sal getting a really good death sentence onto Gert. Deadly Flourish actually hitting Gert as well in the crit. So they ended up winning that trade.
Yeah. I mean, they won that trade, but StarCraft is up 6 CS with more waves up.
Another death sentence coming out from Sal, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to try and go for the Deadly Flourish on StarCraft. 2 flashes burn from the side of Champion Spotlight Auction. They're going to try and get something going. Alert to Milk with the Flay. Deadly Flourish hitting I Am Gert, and they're going to be able to walk away. Really good positioning there from the side of Sal, hitting 3 members with that Flay.
Yeah, and that was a massive misplay from Garrett right there. He flashed in onto the Jhin and just didn't get the Q off right away, and that allowed Buddy to flash out and live.
Yeah. Also interesting to note, Champion Spotlight Auction now does not have any summoner spells in the bottom lane, and meanwhile StarCraft still has this too, with Gert still repping the exhaust, and another death sentence coming out to Sal.
Nice pulverize though. Really good disengage to get out of that.
Absolutely. Sal is actually making these death sentences worth right now, really putting it on Gert, who is a tankier member, but you can only take so much punishment after 3 or 4 of them. So definitely going to try and see if he can try and dodge a little bit of them out until he gets to that tankier state.
Yeah, I mean, every champion is squishy to some extent right now, and until Alistar gets that ult, he really can't tank that much.
So interesting to note, Theatrics isn't exactly doing a lot right now on the side of Graves. A lot of Graves players actually tend to be a little bit more aggressive in the early game because they do have that. I mean, Graves' base damage is just absolutely enormous right now. So really surprised that he's not really trying to pressure it.
I do want to point out just.
But actually in the mid lane, Theatrics coming in.
Yeah.
not going to be able to really do anything. Gets the slow on Sinfonia, but a really nice flash there from Mike, being able to get out of that situation. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, it's just on this, just the CS, it's even across the board basically, except Theatrics has like basically double the CS of the Brocious, and StarCraft actually has this 15 CS lead over the Jin Wall on the Jinx, which, I mean, Jinx is a late game champ, Jin not quite as much. That's gonna be massive if he comes out with that CS lead on the Jinx.
Yeah. So something else to note here. Buddy is not getting the amount of damage he wants from this Jhin. He's definitely feeling the effects of the nerf to Deathfire Touch, because in all honesty, he's landed a lot of abilities. He's landed a lot of auto attacks on the onto StarCraft, and he's really not reaping a lot of benefit at this point. You know, even Gert is relatively healthy at this point after being hit by so many abilities as well. So, I mean, I honestly believe that right now Buddy is actually feeling the effects of that nerf to a really big extent, not being able to really do as much damage. But it's actually Sal coming in with the Death Sentence and a really good cleanse there by Gert from the Death Sentence. Symphonia putting it on DG Mad Hatter as well. It does get caught up with the Death Horizon, but really not going to do anything. Oh, he's going to try and go in! Ooh, but the...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Primordial Burst.
Yeah. That one for one trade. I mean, it's...
It's even, actually. That one for one trade is actually
it's
even.
It's literally even. But
it's actually even. You know, really good job by Mike taking that ignite and being able to burst through that last little bit. Yeah, I mean, just really good side from both. Really good reactions from both sides, understanding the champions, and you know, Mike not really respecting the execute damage from the Primordial Burst.
yeah, I mean, he's not an AD champ. Jace is an AD champ. I don't know what I'm talking about. Jace is not an AP champ, but that doesn't matter right now. That Primordial Burst still does a lot of damage.
Yeah. Especially because it's an execute, so.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, we got some action in the top lane. The Brocious trying to go in onto Nautilus.
He does block the dredge line. Stock Dalis is actually looking in a really bad situation here. There is no red buff. Gets knocked up by Metro Falco. He's going to have to flash out. He's going to try and get him in. Gets knocked up, two of them, but he's just going to take the ultimate back out.
That was actually a really good play from both of them, just chaining that CC and using that the Echo W to just zone Stock Dailies back into that bush and giving Metro Falco that time to come in and get that stun against the wall.
Yeah, it was actually a really big misplay there from the side of Stock Dalius, opting to initiate with the dredge line rather than to try and move around the champion and then dredge line to maybe his turret. Would have worked out a little bit better for him. Debrosi is taking a little bit of damage. Nothing too special right now, but yeah, definitely a little bit of a misplay there on Stock Dalius. But otherwise, really good dive there from Team First Team Best Team, and DG Mad Hatter doing a lot of damage. That was just
the flash in.
And the Primordial Burst.
Symphonia had no flash from the Theatrics gank earlier, and DG Mad Hatter knew, hey, I can go in on this, I can get the kill.
It looks like they're going to try and get aggressive. Lyrics and Rogue actually goes in for the Flash Flurry. Deadly Flourish actually hitting StarCraft right now. Gert's trying to run away. He's going to try and land a Death Sentence. Actually does on the side of StarCraft. Oh, the current call comes out. He's going to try and snipe it out. Ooh, but the double ultimate taking out StarCraft. Really great, really good job there by Theatrics with the positioning.
Yeah, Theatrics is really starting to put in work. He didn't really find many ganks at first, but now he did get a successful one off. Had the gank that burned flash on Symphonia earlier, and that led to DG Mad Hatter getting that kill. And he has was that 12 CS lead over the Echo, and now they get the Mountain Dragon.
So, 0.6k gold lead here on the side of... Oh, and a really good death sentence by Symphonia. Symphonia is dead. Oh, but he takes out Sal with him, with the combo. Not really respecting it. So
we're talking about Vicar damage, Jace has damage too.
Yeah, at this point, the Yomu is already completed on the Jace. Definitely something to look out for at this point.
And he didn't burn either his flash or his ignite, so he does still have a little bit of kill pressure if any standard lanes come back.
Definitely. Debrosia is trying to make something happen here, trying to fend them off with the mid turret. Meanwhile, StarCraft and
They
Iron
really
Gerd trying
want the mid tower.
to punish with the bottom lane. With the bottom lane take. I don't think they're going to be able to take this. Jin is already walking down. Sal on the Thresh is actually
They might
coming
get
back from the
collapsed
lane.
on. No, they're good.
Yeah, looks like
Actually-
they're just going to go down.
I don't know. If I was StarCraft, I would have just been hitting the tower. It's already half health. It could be even lower if they didn't focus so hard on just clearing out waves they didn't necessarily need to clear out. Granted, CS, getting more CS is always good, but at this stage in the game, I would rather just get more damage on that tower since, first tower hasn't been taken yet.
Yeah, I definitely agree there, but I think he just wanted to go back and buy, and also they did not have, they understood that Theatrix was actually in the mid lane whenever they originally tried to take the tower, but he was MIA, so they didn't have vision, and they were kind of scared that it was a three-man collapse there.
I don't know. I also agree with getting out of there, but we got an 800 gold lead on the side of Champion Spotlight Ashen, mostly on that Vigar, the Jace, just from those kills he's gotten.
That was half health off of one combo, and Debrosi is actually looking to try and make a play on Theatrix. Metro Falco is coming down as well, but doesn't really look like anything's going to happen. Theatrix is going to go ahead and back off. Death Sentence missing there from Illiterate to Milk. Trying to get something going on the Alistar. Metro Falco actually going to try and look for this engage, actually putting out some really good damage. Stark is though with the shield, going to be able to get out of there, and then Death Sentence landing on Iron Grid again. Deadly Flourish actually missing on the side of StarCraft. They're going to try and keep trading. Some good damage, but nothing really substantial right now. They do end up winning the trade though.
That last hook missed.
Oh!
And another trade.
Another trade.
Those trades we said earlier.
That was a maximum.
Oh, the Brosi is coming up for the counter gank though.
That's a really weird camera angle, but Jabos is actually looking to get in here. Another great stun there from Metro Falco, going to cut off Stock Dalius. Stock Dalius doesn't have anywhere to go. Debrosius is actually doing a lot of damage. Oh, but Theatrix actually misses the ultimate on Debrosius. Debrosius does not have ulti at this point. Could try to make something happen. Theatrix could try and flash in for a play, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'll decide to back off.
I would say actually Metro Falco and Debrosius misplayed that just a little bit. They split their focus between the Graves and the Nautilus just during that entire counter gank, and there's a possibility they could have gotten the kill, and they had that focus.
Another to Milk here in the bot lane. Landing a lot of death sentences. I feel though that he should try and land a little bit more of the death sentences on the Jinx at this point. I am Gert actually getting a little bit more tanky through levels and items. Don't really think he's the best target to keep death sentencing. And definitely could try and make something work out a lot better if they landed death sentence on the Jinx initially.
Yeah, if Jinx gets hooked at this point, like Jin, his damage was nerfed, but he still does damage, and the hook Jinx can't do damage back. So hey, there's free damage on Jinx. The hook to get the cannon minion. 100% intentional.
Absolutely. Deadly Flourish coming out. I am Gert actually going to go ahead and block that as well. I'd say that's a Hail Mary hook. If I've ever seen one. That's a throwaway hook.
He has the mana, might as well if there's even a chance of getting the hook on either.
GG Mad Hatter actually gonna get ganked there in the mid lane. Event Horizon not gonna stun anyone up. And Symphonia not being able to hit the EQ combo as well.
The Symphonia actually, besides that complete Ghost Blade, he does have the Merc Treads, which makes sense. Oh, he gets stunned again. Oh, he's dead. Yeah. There's, I mean, Graves Vigor, that's just so much burst and so much damage just coming from those two champions.
Yeah, Symphonia really feeling the burn there from the Vigar. You know, he's doing so much damage, especially early, and that's all honestly speaking, that's all stemming off of that early blue pick. But actually, Iron Gert going into Theatrix, not gonna really make it happen. He does so much damage, but he doesn't have the ultimate. Current Call coming out from Budnificent, trying to get something on, but decides to cancel it.
Oh, that was a bad blast cone.
And another death sentence.
That Jinx and the dead Alistar. Ambrosius wants to go in on this, but he does get exhausted and has to ult back out.
Yeah, right now, Champion Spotlight Auction just having their way right now in this early game, and now 2k gold lead accrued from them. You know, Michael right now on the Jace is not really performing. 3 and 6. He has been getting ganked a lot, but you know, at some point you do have to try and make it some points. Brosi is actually going to try and go in for initiation. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Theatrix almost going down though. If he had that acceleration gate up, Theatrix would have definitely been dead.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got 2 kills and a dragon, and now they're 2.5 or 2.4 more specifically, they gold up, and they're just playing better individually and as a team now. The first team, best team had some CS leads coming out of the early laning, but those have just completely vanished.
Ooh, but actually missing the combo there. Primordial Burst coming out, not going to be able to take out Symphonia. So that's a lot of the kill pressure down from the Veigar. Can they try and make something happen? StarCraft is actually hitting the tower right now, but Sal is coming up, maybe trying to find a death sentence somewhere, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Trying to say earlier, hey, this more tread by makes sense. Vigar does a lot of magic damage, and hopefully you get out of stun faster with that tenacity, but it doesn't matter when he kills you in half a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even through all that MR, and he's just going into full I do not want to die to this Vigar mode as the Hex Drinker now too. Expect him to just finish that mob relatively soon just for more MR and the bigger shield.
Especially more AD. Oh, DeBrosa is actually getting hit with a deadly flourish. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen, and a death sentence actually landing in Metro Falco, not the best target at this point. Oh, it looks like they're going to try and put a little bit more damage into it. Debrosius actually hitting the, Oh, another deadly flourish coming out, but it's still only Metro Falco. Metro Falco is actually taking a lot of punishment here, about half health. Not really accruing anything from it either, and Stock Dalius decides to show up as well.
Yeah. Both top laners did actually walk down to his bottom lane. They both have TP up in about 15-30 seconds or so, so they can go back top, and maybe we'll see another bot lane party in about a minute.
First team, best team, trying to see if they maybe overstep here. DeBrosa is actually going in, gonna get the shield. Theatrix is just gonna get popped outright. We do have a current call coming out from the side of Budnificent, but it does look like he's gonna be able to get the damage down. Symphonia is actually walking up. He gets death sentence, and he's gonna get deadly flourish as well. But it does look like they're winning the fight. Metro Falco is just really tanky right now. Stock Dalius is gonna be the one taking all the damage. StarCraft in the back, just taking all of them out. Oh, but a great death sentence from the side of Salazar Pal! They're losing the fight now! Budnificent hits the deadly flourish on Iron Gert. They're going to try and turn this around. Stock Dalius is still tanky. StarCraft is going to have to get out, but he gets popped by two abilities on the side of GG Mad Hatter.
ADC in 2K17.
Absolutely insane. GG Mad Hatter got to that fight, landed a 3-man event horizon to get all of the CC down, and they automatically turn that fight on his head. He is doing so much damage right now. He didn't even need the Primordial Burst. And then the great death sentence from Allergic to Milk on Symphonia, pretty much guaranteeing that kill on the Jace. Really good stuff. And like you said, really good individual play in the team fight.
I mean, DG Mad Hatter is was that he's 3k gold up over Symphonia just by himself, and the entire team has a 5k gold lead. So once DG Mad Hatter shows up, then just the fight's over as long as he doesn't get caught.
And what's scary to think about, he doesn't even have Rabadons.
No, he just has Morello Zonias. How much? He has
He is
555 AP, 22 minutes in. Now 57. He's been stacking that Q so much.
Oh, but it looks like they're going to
so
try and
much
get something on. Event Horizon actually misses. Allergic to Milk is not going to be able to get the death sentence. They're trying to collapse there, but nothing really much is going to happen from there. Oh, but the Atrix actually coming in the mid lane. Oh, and a great dredge line from Sarkdale is actually blocking the Metro Falco ultimate. The Atrix is putting as much damage down as possible. Is he going to be able to get out of this? He's still relatively tanky, and he does look like he's going to be able to get out.
Oh, we got Ash going
Sal
on
actually gets the
Good
flash
flash
from
from
Starcraft.
StarCraft. Yeah. I mean, StarCraft did take that bottom turret, trades his flash for it, but I mean, at the end of the day, that is some gold and map pressure that comes back to first team, best team.
Yeah, a lot of good macro plays coming out from the side of Team Champion Spotlight Auction. They're all, you know, it really seems as if first team best team is trying to get an extended laning phase, but the rotations coming out from Team Champion Spotlight Auction is just not allowing that. Look at Sal right now. Look at where he's positioned. He's trying to make something happen. He gets the death sentence on I Am Gurb, but nothing much is going to happen. But it's that constant pressure that. Still a lot of damage, and I think Gert actually being forced to burn his ultimate early.
I disagree with burning that ultimate. Mad Hatter and Allergic to Milk were both backing off, and I mean, yes, you get caught in the Event Horizon, but you're still pretty tanky, even without the ult. I really don't think you need to burn that, and that's a key cooldown. That's not up for first team, best team, and the Brocious just gets exploded.
Just one rotation, no big deal.
Yeah.
Metro Falco is actually in a really precarious situation. The curtain call is going to be coming out and trying to get as much damage as possible. Iron Gert taking a lot of it. He doesn't have the ultimate to be able to sustain all this damage. And that's another kill on the side of Team Champion Spotlight Auction. They are thoroughly in the driver's seat as this side. Symphonia isn't even doing that much damage anymore, and a flash death sentence coming out from the side of Metro. From Sal. Oh, and then a nice ultimate from Theatrix picking up Metro Falco on the backside.
This isn't a 4v5. Stock Dalius is just pushing top, got the tower, but the rest of his team is just winning fights in the middle and get 3 picks and a tower. Wait, it didn't get a tower. I'm an idiot. But just 3 kills for free, and Gert definitely is gonna wish he hadn't burned that ultimate before because he died for it.
Just insane macro play right now. Symphonia is not even doing that much damage anymore on this Jace. He was being able to half health the Veigar off of an EP combo. Now he's only doing about a fourth of his health now that he has a little bit of armor, being forced to build more AP eccentric to be able to survive the damage coming out from DG Mad Hatter is just killing him right now. He's just not the damage threat that he was 5 minutes ago.
That's one of the problems. Once someone like a Jace or a Jinx gets behind, they just don't have that much utility. They're so damage focused that once they don't do damage, they can't really do much at all.
Absolutely. So something that we were talking about in Champ Select was the junglers. Who was it that can create the most amount of pressure? And right now, I'm gonna definitely have to give it to Theatrix on the Graves. He's doing so much damage, so much work. He's being able to pick up kills that, you know, in all honesty, they've gotten away. But his play right now is just so well refined, and his positioning, the lanes that he ganks, he's not wasting any time on this champion. And it's something really, really great to see.
The Brocious has been getting map pressure on the Echo. I mean, he has 2 kills, but Theatrix is 5-1-3. He's just been doing so much work. He has 25 CS up over the Echo. It's just everything is going right for Champion Spotlight Auction right now, and if they keep this up, this game's just going to be over soon.
So
they have 3 Mountain Drakes, so
yeah.
Towers are just gonna die in 2 hits.
And Baron as well. Oh,
There was
Sal
this thing-
actually going to be looking to make a
Oh.
play. Gets the death sentence on I Am Good. Event Horizon actually going to lock him down as well. He's taking a lot of damage, having to burn the ultimate early, and you see they don't have it. They're just going to pop him straight through. The Courage of the Colossus buff is going to be able to save him. As I say that, he's going to get popped as well. It's just, it's too much.
Yeah, I mean, now, even through that ult.
Oh, Dobrosius actually going in to try and make something happen, but it's a little bit of a misplay there. StarCraft getting right down as well, and he's going to go down.
Everyone's just dying. Oh my god. I mean, Brocious is basically full AP right now. He has the Protobell tankiness, but I mean, he was forced to build full AP because double AD solar lanes, and he just gets popped for it.
Metro Falco has to be a little bit careful here on this dive. They could decide to dive, and Sal actually does not have the flash, so he won't be able to. And you see that there's no damage coming out from the side of that EQ combo.
Yeah. I'm not to. I don't want to be like, oh, they're just bad players, because they're not. But both StarCraft and IMGurt are 0-4 and 0. They just have not been able to get anything going this game. Both, I mean, StarCraft is, I rate him very highly. Just among ADCs in general, there's a Baron going down. Anyway, StarCraft, like, he's one of the best AD carries in this league, I think. And Gert is on his main Alistar, but just Champion Spotlight Ashen is just straight up playing better.
Absolutely. So, in your opinion, what do you think team first team best team can do at this point to try and salvage this game? 19-5, 10k gold down, 30 minutes in. What can they try and do and salvage this?
I mean, at this point, they just wave clear and hope the Jinx can just hit late game, outscale, and just do a bunch of damage. Although,
Oh, and another flash death sentence coming from the side of Sal. Iron Grid actually all the way up in the mix. He's going to go ahead and try and take down Beneficent. Not going to really matter. He's going to go ahead and pay for it with his life. Event Horizon catching Dobrosius. Just explodes. Can't even burn the ultimate at this point. DJ Mad Hatter is just exploding everybody in his path. There is no way.
they're all building MR, but it doesn't matter. DG Mad Hatter has... Hold on. Is 1,081 AP right now.
No way.
Just hit 30 minutes. Yeah. Like, they
Oh
can build
my
all the MR they want. They're just gonna get exploded. StarCraft even built Merc Treads.
He doesn't have any magic resist. I'm sorry, he doesn't have any magic pen at this point. But it doesn't really matter. It looks like they're going to go ahead and finish off this game. Metro Falco getting popped again. DG Mad Hatter just doing so much damage. And this last Nexus turret is going to go down. I don't really think Champions... Oh, and then really nice hit there from Allergic to Milk. It doesn't really matter though. Dredgeline coming up to try and help him out. Stock Darius is actually really tanky. Gert's going to go down to the ultimate from Theatrix, and that's going to be game.
Yeah.
And why not? Another two-man flare and another death sentence.
Why
Just
not?
absolute destruction.
Triple kill to end the game for Theatrix.
Just
I mean, once Metro Falco got hooked, and once the tank explodes, you know the game is over.
absolutely insane. I need to see this damage chart real quick.
That was... I mean, that game came down to just... Champion Spotlight Ashen got...
30k in 30 minutes. All right, that's
Oh
fair.
my God. Okay.
That's
Okay.
fair. That's fair. No one was even
Vygarde
close.
busted.
No one was
Vygarde
even close. Buddy was 15k. He doubled the 80 carry in 30. That's it. All right.
I
So
mean,
anyway,
this is-
guys, we're gonna have to move this along. I'm really,
Okay.
really sorry. We're gonna have to move this along because we have to get into the next game. So we'll go ahead and stop the stream for right now, but we'll be right back in the next minute.